Pax, you gotta sit. You wanna be on my podcast? My sexy podcast. You wanna be on my sexy podcast? Welcome. I'm MAXINE X, and this is Diary of MAXINE X. This episode has been brought to you by Sliquid Lube, natural intimate products from sliquid.com. Check them out on YouTube at Sliquid Intimate for 6 tips on better oral and all about their flavored lube. Follow Sliquid on Twitter at Sliquid. A big shout out to CEO Dean Elliott on Twitter at Sliquid CEO for giving me 2 different packages of his amazing Sliquid lube. I also love the Sliquid t-shirts and the fun Sliquid stickers. Thanks from everyone at MAXINE X Productions. The other custom people are just like, they'll be happy if you constantly say their name. So it's personalized, right? And then they'd be like, yes, David, yes, David, yes, David. Yeah. And then,
why are you saying what's going on in my head right now? not this one either, the one you can't see. We are recording now. Welcome to episode 5, I believe, of Wheelin' and Dealin'. We have an old friend of mine. I haven't seen this gal in a long ass time. You may have seen her on one of your tabs when you're trying to get out of your computer screen really quick when your friend is coming home. This is my good friend MAXINE X. Give it up, man.
Yeah. What's up? How are you? So it's totally evolved to like OnlyFans, and OnlyFans is sometimes more popular, right? I haven't gone on it in a couple of days because I've been so busy doing so much stuff here in my house and then other projects I'm trying to do. But my OnlyFans is better because I can message them. People can message me directly. Like if it was like on my Facebook or my social media, I don't always message back in my inbox. You know what I mean? Because one, there's too many, and 2, it's like, I don't know, it takes up too much time. So I just tell people, join my OnlyFans, and I promise I'll message back and forth there. You're talking to me. And so then
it's actually you messaging back, just to clarify, because I know some girls hire like an Indian dude or like a Pakistani dude to message for them, and like
you do know people. No, it's me. I'm messaging.
That's good. That makes you unique. Then you're very authentic. You know, you've always been authentic.
Yeah, I'm messaging back, and I haven't checked it in a couple of days, but I'm supposed to check it every day. But I'm messaging back, and we upload like content. Like Scott has a lot of the full movies, and he'll upload on there, right? But I message people back, and I do custom videos. Like, so I do 2 versions of customs. So with the experience they have from my OnlyFans, one, I have so much content. I just put up so much content. It's like as much content as there is on my website. Not almost. I wouldn't say there is, but almost. And that's a lot because I have maybe 16 years of like videos on my website. Like all my content is on there.
How much work would you say that you've done? You know, because I think that's
it's so much. I can't even tell you. Like I was 27 years old when I started. What's 46 take away 27?
19 years. You've been in the biz almost.
Yeah, it's like 19 years I've been in the industry.
You're legal to drink in Canada. Your career's legal.
Yeah. So I have so much, and I can't even think about how many I've done because it's like so much that I can't even think about it. But also when we did a movie, say for example, we did a movie, we cut it and it also goes into clips. So you can take a whole movie that you produced, right? And then for online, you can cut that into sections, like pieces of the movie, or you can have the whole movie. In some movies could be like 60 minutes long, right? No, sorry, 90 minutes long. I told me he just watches like 5-10 minutes here, and then later on he'll watch another 5-10 minutes, and it's like to get through the whole movie, right? Because once you're done, you turn it off.
What I'm picturing right now is like, you know how old boxers, they show like the film tape where they have to use the projector. Like that's how like looking at like full movies is going to be like in the future. It's like, why are you looking at that?
It's so crazy, eh? So then you put it down to smaller segments, and then like, because I sell on my OnlyFans,
I have on the wall, I have shorter segments, and then I have all my social media stuff, and then my behind the scenes, and then just random stuff that I put up there. And even if it's just a picture or a picture set, sometimes people ask me to do certain things and they'll want a short custom. Now I have two versions, a short custom and a long custom, right? I do them for my OnlyFans. And so like my long custom, okay, a real custom movie, if somebody ordered it, like if Scott was going to produce it, if there's going to be other people, that's really expensive. That could be like more than $1,000, right? But I don't do that like by myself anymore, right? So now I just do 10-15 minutes for $100 for a full-on movie, like for 10-15 minutes, full-on movie, 10-15 minutes at a time, because majority of people can only sit through so much long. But I'll edit it so there'll be a lot of things in there. Like somebody might say a custom, for example, like this one guy, it was so many things I had to think of. I had a whole list: feet, legs, arching my feet. It was like this, that, say this, do that, close up on the mouth, this, and there was all these, like a whole list.
Yeah, like
not everybody's like that.
For you?
Oh, there's like,
well,
when it's a custom, they usually have that. The other custom people are just like, they'll be happy if you constantly say their name. So it's personalized, right? And then they'd be like, yes, David, yes, David, yes, David. Yeah. And then,
why are you saying what's going on in my head right now? not this one either, the one you can't see.
so you could totally like, and then some people like role play. So the top thing that I'm getting right now is MILF. So basically I'm everybody's mother, stepmother, girlfriend's mother.
Oh, you're Skyping me today again. What's new? Your dad's not here today. If you were here, you could be rubbing some suntan lotion on me right now. You know how you used to do it.
The neighbor's MILF mother, the teacher.
You're my favorite student, Carl. Don't tell anyone. Shh.
And I have all these things, like they'll be like, oh, can you do mom and son play? I'm like, yeah, sure, why not? I'm your mom.
You don't have to do method acting for some of these. I think some of these.
It's so funny. And then, so the typical one that I'm getting is like stepmom. So
that's really popular. Why do you think it's gotten so popular in the last 10 years?
So popular. You know why? I'll tell you why.
Why?
Single parents.
Really?
There's more single parents right now.
Interesting.
So, okay, here's the thing. Okay, I love psychology. I'm not a psychologist. I didn't even graduate high school. I'm a high school dropout. But I'm an amateur psychologist.
Sure. I am too, trust me.
It's a Scorpio thing.
Is it?
Scorpios love that stuff.
We're both Scorpios.
It's in our trait. It's in our personality chart. Anyways, we like this stuff. The truth, the taboo, dark, under the taboo of the darkness. We have no problem with all of that. So anyways, so the reason why, okay, if you think about it with psychology and Freud, right? So for example, there's the Oedipus complex, right? There's like the boy who wants to secretly be married to his mom or have sex with his mom, and he's in competitiveness with his father, right? That's the Oedipus complex. Like, yeah. Then there's, but what happened is, what evolved is, after a while, there's so many single parents, so many kids being raised by single mothers, that throughout the generation, like not all of them are young people that I have. Some of them are grown men that just love the role play. So they don't have to be younger necessarily. They can, some of them have been my same age, but they're playing a role. And some of them aren't in their early 20s. It just happens. And so what happens is, when you're little, like probably about, your sexuality can form around like 3 and 5 years old even, right?
Yeah.
So Right.
It's so weird because like you know as dudes I find we don't start like even producing real testosterone until like for me it was around 12 or 13.
But it's psychological. What I'm talking about is psychological mostly, right? So for example, psychological, because we start to discover our bodies, whatever, that's the physical, but psychological. So for example, here's an example of somebody who might like pantyhose. Like I have a whole bunch of fans who like pantyhose, like stockings and pantyhose. Well, a lot of those guys that like the pantyhose, they were a certain age group. So there's a certain age group and a certain generation. You know why? Because back in the day, pantyhose were really they weren't, you can't just you didn't just buy them at Shoppers Drug Mart for like $5, right? $5 and $10. You literally had back in the day, you had a pair of stockings. Your mother had a pair of stockings, and you had to she had to gently wash them so they didn't get destroyed, and she'd hang them over the railing, and maybe a little boy maybe sucking his thumb, holding her legs, filling the pantyhose, or maybe watching her through the bathroom, like crack of the bathroom, washing her pantyhose and putting it up. So it's these things that form in your head, and that's like a 50s generation, like in the 1950s. But what I'm talking about is like for example, nowadays, so it works with generation, it works with age, and something, whatever's going on with the society. There's my sister. With society. So for example, if there's a rise of like taboo of all these boys who like the stepmom, the MILF, all this stuff. So a lot of them grew up in a single mother home, right? And then sometimes you just can't help it that you have this attraction to your mom, your stepmom, your neighbor, and then you're seeing like everybody was on the internet at a very young age in your generation. Yeah, my generation.
My generation. It not so much like we were on there young. Like I was around like 12 or 13. Sorry,
that's young.
Yeah. Like when we started with MSN, we didn't have like social media like they do now on like Snapchat. And
right. So you're gonna see a whole different group of kids that are gonna grow up. They were little kids, 6-year-olds, and everybody already had social media. You know what I mean? That's going to be a whole different generation. They're also the COVID kids. You know, they're going to be growing up the COVID kids. I don't know what the next generation is going to be like.
Well, let's talk about title ever. I'm the COVID kid, boy.
COVID kid. Yeah, I know, right? But that generation, there's going to be a lot of problems because there was a whole year that those kids could not go to school, play with their friends, make social contacts. So many of them, there was a lot of people who committed suicide, by the way. They didn't report it because they don't want you to know it. But it messes up development in children. And yes, how we have fetishes, it's a development in children. My first fetish was of a girl being tied up. I was either the kidnapper. Sometimes I was the kidnapper, and sometimes I was her savior, which is so weird. And I was in grade 2, by the way. Grade 2. How old are you in grade 2? Like 8, 7? I don't know how old you are in grade 2. I was in grade 2 going into grade 3. It was the summer, and I was in day camp. And there was a teenager. They were all teenager counselors. And I had a crush on one of the girls, and she was like a blonde, pretty girl or whatever. And I was like, where did that come from? And I used to be like, whoa, that's so weird. And years later, my husband, he took psychology, right? And he was explaining all about it. And basically, these things form when you're pretty young. And I don't know where I got that from, but I'm guessing when I was young, around that age, I started watching 80s horror movies. And my, because I had 3 older brothers and an older sister. And
was it like slasher movies or like what was
slasher movies, horror movies like Freddy Krueger? There was always sex and violence. So depending on the generation and the age group of people, how they grow up, you can kind of see like how certain things develop.
We're about to right now. Anyways, see you guys. Hit the wrist.
All right, thanks. Bye.
Bye, guys.
This is my Snapchat. Say hi to everybody.
Hello, snappers.
We're gonna do a live webcam show.
Come and see.
My video. Say hi.
Hi.
You're so cute. She's so cute. We had a great day. Thanks for having us, Sarah. I love working with you, and on top of it, all my fans like literally tell me, "Oh my God, you're gonna work with Sarah J. Oh my God."
It was a pleasure.
No, seriously.
Hello, everybody. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, good whatever time this comes out. It's your boy DJ Dave Squeaky Wheelz, and welcome to Wheelin' and Dealin' episode number 50. Oh my goodness.